Hello, TTW Plus and all of our partner teams. Welcome to this day 30. We are halfway through our 60 days of Hangouts showing the progress of our Vemma Automation Project. I have with us our superstar upline, Vemma Ambassador, the man himself, six-figure earner, 10 out of the last 12 years, and I'm sure it's going to go to seven figures real soon. Mr. John Melton, welcome to the call today. We really appreciate you taking the time to come out today and tell everybody what happened in Vegas. And I know you're not supposed to talk about it, but let everyone know about the latest updates in Vemma. And then, of course, we have our wonderful VPs and leaders, Pippa, our incredible superstar, one of our superstars, Shayn McFarland. Welcome to the call today. And Mariana, the one couple we've spotlighted with Mariana and Paul. We really appreciate your time. I'm just going to let John get right into it because everybody's been waiting all week. They want to know what happened in Vegas, what happened on stage, how did you feel? Did you get super excited when you spoke in front of 10,000 people at a $2 million price tag conference? Let's hear all about it. Welcome, John Melton, to the call. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate you guys having me get on. Always love doing these webinars with you guys, and what's cool too is you guys are consistently doing these every night. I mean, I've never seen support like that. There's a lot of leaders out there and teams out there that talk about support, but you guys aren't just talking the talk, you're walking the walk. And if I was, plugged into this organization, I would, promote for these calls, promote for these webinars, as often as possible. Get guests to tune in, get your team to plug in. Obviously, not everybody's going to be able to get on every one of them, but those of us that are plugged in are going to have the most success. It just makes sense that, we've all heard the saying, success leaves clues. Well, it just makes sense that the ones that are plugged into these weekly or evening webinars, these daily webinars every weeknight at 9, and I think you guys do one at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for your European team, so 9 o'clock European time. I know we've got Pippa down in Australia on, and really we have people from all over the country, all over the world that tune in. So first of all, I just want to give it back to you guys for consistently doing this and having that support in place. And I'm sure a lot of you tuned in. I think it was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The event was actually live on Vemma.com, so I'm sure some of you tuned in and saw some of it, or maybe you've seen the updated blogs that BK's put out. But there's been some announcements, some exciting things that have happened since the event, at the event in Vegas. And, guys, they only do this once a year, so obviously they go all out. I mean, they spent a couple $1 million on the event, and it was kind of neat, too, because those of us that reach the elite levels, when you get to the elite levels and you go to these events, it's really cool. They have these big black chairs, kind of like the chair I'm sitting in right now, right? They have these big black chairs, and it's the VIP section, but you got a little table, and you got all the black chairs that are up front, and it's great because you got, something you can put your iPad on, and you can take notes, and you can have your, you can have your mojo sitting there on the table with you. So I was in a company for 7 years where the VIPs sat in chairs just like everybody else. And yeah, we sat up front, but it wasn't that royal treatment. You didn't have the big black chair, you didn't have a table there, so that was pretty cool. But they had us come in a couple days early, and I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday we came in. We had a reception where we all got to hang out, have some free food, free drinks. We were at this really nice resort pool. We were staying at the Mirage. That was all paid for. I think the first 3 nights were actually paid for. But it was cool because we got to go see Chris Angel that night. Obviously, BK and the elites got to go. So that was really exciting. And then Wednesday, we did another dinner and had another show. And then we also had, I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday we had the spa. We had the spa day. So my wife and I each got a $300 credit to go to the spa all day, so that was cool. Thursday they had breakout sessions. So throughout the day there was different team events. Now our team actually had our team event on Sunday, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but on Thursday all the teams did their little breakout events, and I say little, but it's funny, the Alcazan team, I don't know if you guys heard, but Tom and Bethany Alcazan just hit $400,000 that's their monthly income now, so they just hit that this month with the new positions. But they had a team meeting, and it was like 5,000 people. It was like half the convention attendees were at this team event. So and we were there, so obviously maybe not everybody was from their actual team, but it was crazy. It was basically the convention was started prematurely. So Thursday throughout the day there were some breakout session trainings. It was like leadership training. We've all probably seen or heard leadership trainings before. It was really great. They just went through some steps on what to do with a brand new person, how to get maximum exposure, how to hit your first 90 days and create a story with exposing a lot of people very quickly and using your upline and using your tools, that type of training. And then later that night, I think later that night was when we had the ET and Bob Proctor spoke. I think ET opened up, and that was pretty cool for those of you that have heard of Eric Thomas. He's a really powerful motivational speaker. I think they even call him the hip-hop preacher. But he was talking about going all in and being committed, and I'm sure they're going to send out that video because it was amazing. Also, Bob Proctor, who's one of my favorites, just talking about retention and what we can do to have that much more success. Not just as a company, but each individual affiliate in the company can have more success. So that was a great conversation. And BK throughout the weekend was the host. So he was introducing all the speakers, and he was out there dancing and having a good time and, running through some of the announcements and different things they're doing. Like one of the big announcements is, and this is something he said he literally thought of while he was getting massaged on Wednesday. He rolled out the fact that moving forward, if you get 6 customers on auto delivery of 60 QV, then you don't even necessarily have to buy an affiliate pack anymore. So you're still eligible for all 9 ways to get paid without buying an affiliate pack as long as you get 6 customers that are on a 1-case auto delivery minimum. And remember, everybody you sign up is a customer until they refer someone else or until they buy an affiliate pack themselves. So it is neat because now people don't necessarily have to buy the affiliate pack. Now, I want to stress that to me that's crazy not to buy an affiliate pack, but I'm sure we can all appreciate there's some people that maybe can't afford it, that are in a tight spot, whatever the case may be. To me, that's a no-brainer. I've probably bought 5 or 6 affiliate packs since I've been in the business for the last 9 months, just because I like to have the products on hand to sample, consume, sell, etc. And another thing, too, is they launched a new product called Remix. It was really neat the way they did it, too, because they had like this DJ there, and he was really good, and he was remixing some songs, right? And then they rolled out the product, and it was cool because the way they explained it, it's basically bold and party mixed together, and it's only $2 a can. So some people will say, oh, well, we're more expensive than Red Bull and Rockstar. Well, you're going to pay a little bit more money for premium products, right? I mean, soda is cheaper than Red Bull and Rockstar and everything out there because soda's, very bad for you. It's sugar and chemicals. Right? I mean, we all know soda's not good for you. Nobody drinks soda and goes, oh, man, I got my daily nutrition, right? So Verve is very nutritious. It has your vitamins, your minerals, your mangosteen, which is considered the most powerful antioxidant in the world. But at the same time, you're going to pay a little bit more money. So if somebody's buying Red Bull or Rockstar, how many of us can probably appreciate they don't care that much about health? They're not really concerned with nutrition, and that's fine. Remix has 25% as much Vemma in it as Bold or Verve or the regular products. So they were able to lower the price because it's less Vemma, and it'll be competitive now with the other energy drinks out there because literally it's $2 a can. I believe that a case of Remix is like $48.95, and then of course if you threw in the shipping and the taxes, maybe it's $55, $60, still relatively cheap to what's on the market, out there in the market, and still healthier, tastes great, gives you a natural boost of energy. So that's really exciting. They had an update with the app. The Vemma app has been updated, so now you can actually send out little peek videos, not just through text message, but also through email and Facebook. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, Friday night we actually had a dinner with Golds and Above and had a party. They did a recognition dinner Saturday night, so all of us got to do recognition and get trophies and walk the stage. And they had this open bar for thousands of people, amazing food. It was phenomenal. I mean, they really spoil their producers, which I love. And then also, Nadia and I did get to speak on stage in front of 10,000 people. And, you know, what's neat, too, is they had this live around the world. I think they said they had 100,000 people tuning in around the world on Ustream through Vemma.com in 6 different languages. And my wife and I got to speak for about 5 minutes, so that was really neat. I'm sure if you haven't seen it, it's on my Facebook. It's on Nadia's Facebook. So we just basically told our quick story and gave a couple tips to everybody. So they had all the ambassadors speak for about 5 minutes. All the royal ambassadors spoke for about 10 minutes or so. And then they also had Darren Hardy there. Darren Hardy's one of my favorites. You know, very methodical, very sharp, developed speaker. They had Gary Vaynerchuk there. Gary's one of my favorites. Luckily, he didn't swear as much as he did at the last Vemma event, so he did some swearing here and there, but for the most part, he was well behaved considering. I actually bumped into him at the casino the night before, and we got a picture with him, so that was pretty cool. We also got a picture with Darren Hardy. He was at the dance club. We had a big party Friday night at Club One Oak, which is like a world-renowned club, and you know, it's pretty cool because Darren Hardy was there, so we got a picture with him. But you know, overall, it was just a lot of fun. We had a team event on Sunday, which was really powerful. You know, my mentor, Anthony Powell, and some of his leaders, you know, they have their own system and everything, and, you know, they were teaching that and some of their different sales funnels. And we also got to hear from Dr. Edwards. Dr. Edwards really talks a lot about the mangosteen fruit and the power of the Vemma formula. You know, he talked about, you know, people with all these different diseases and malnutrition and, you know, just getting on the Vemma formula. I mean, guys, we're going to have him do a webinar, actually. The stuff he was teaching was insane, like stuff I've never heard in my life. But he was talking about how, you know, there's a lot of people out there with health issues, and if they just, you know, take 3, 4, 5 doses, I'm talking 10 ounces, of Vemma in one day, every day for a consistent period of time, whatever health issue they have can you know, you can't say cured, but there was some really crazy stories. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to get him to do a webinar, actually. I mean, this guy's written books on mangosteen. He's got CDs and DVDs. I mean, he's very, very knowledgeable, like more than anybody I've ever met. And he's really compared our product to a lot of other products out there. And well, 1 dose is 2 ounces, just so you know. So when you say a dose is 2 ounces. But, you know, it's just really exciting to know how great our product is. I mean, he was comparing it to the acai berry and, you know, Monavi and just all the other products out there. And I don't know if you guys know this, but we've had clinical research done on our Vemma formula. Well, now we have Verve clinical research as well. And it is so amazing to have clinical research done on our product because most companies don't have that. Most companies don't have a FDA-approved manufacturing plant, which we do. We own our manufacturing plant, meaning Vemma, right? They have a 250,000 square foot manufacturing plant. Another thing is we're opening up some new countries. I know they're looking into China in the next couple years. Russia. They're really focused on Central and South America, though, this year. I know they were opening up Colombia and a couple other countries. And, you know, the reason that I'm excited about that is I'm sure all of us can appreciate there's a huge Latino community, not just internationally, but here in the States. And they just hired one of the top VPs in the industry that's been with 2 really big companies. And now we were able to attract him to Vemma. And this is a huge deal because he's going to be able to do 3-way calls, conference calls, meetings, events, whatever, for the Latino community for you know, Vemma, for this company. So really excited about that as well with the new countries they're opening up. And, you know, guys, this company is putting all the money they can into the development of the product, the development of different countries that they're opening up. They're putting money into our pockets. I mean, the fact that we now have an income earner up around $400,000 a month with this company already only being a $20 million a month company. I mean, can you imagine when this company's doing $200 million a month? I mean, that's 10 times the revenue we're doing right now. And when we're a $2 billion a year company, those of us that are involved now that take action and don't make excuses are going to capitalize on what's going to inevitably happen anyway. Now, they also have some other really big events coming up. For those of you that have teams in different marketplaces and you see value in plugging your people into events, because here's what I'll tell you. And I know a lot of us are internet marketers on this webinar, and that's totally cool. But in my 12 years in the industry, what I've noticed is there's a lot of great value in leveraging the internet to get high tech, right? So you can use like Google Hangouts, like we're doing right now. But you also have to have high touch, meaning sometimes you got to hug and love on your people and shake their hand, look them in the eye, spend some one-on-one time with people. You know, even in a bigger event, it's just different than maybe just online, right? So high tech and high touch, that's what my mentors always taught me. So when there are events, I always promote them because they're not as often, right? So they have a big event coming up in Miami in June. Those details are actually, in fact, Vemma sends out events in the email. If you ever get the Vemma Insiders, check those because there's updates on, you know, new products and new announcements and new events that are coming up. So there's a big one with Darren Hardy and BK. They're doing a Verve Leadership Academy. I think Success Magazine actually, that they actually sponsor that event. That's their event for Vemma. That's in June, middle of June in Miami. There's also going to be an international convention like the one we had in Vegas. There's going to be another one in September in Austria, Vienna, Austria. There's also going to be one in, I think it's Taiwan. So that's exciting sometime later in the year. And then we're going to be at MGM next year. So 16,000 seats that they want to fill at the MGM Grand in Vegas in June next year, 2015. So by then, this company could be doing $30–40 million a month. And again, all of us can take advantage. And with the Vemma automation plan in place, having telemarketers, you know, having a call center that's calling leads, and you know, being able to leverage social media and leverage technology, and also at the same time too, as you guys are well aware, there's a lot of friends and family out there that need to lose weight, they want to live longer, feel better, want to look younger, right? They want to delay the aging process as much as possible, and they want to supplement or even replace their income. So talk to people you know, but at the same time we have systems in place to find those people around the world that are looking for us, and it's just a matter of us using these tools, using these systems, and we've got great leadership. I mean, you've got all of this support. You got, you know, Charles and Tim and the rest of the leaders that are part of this organization. So Charles, I don't know if you wanted me to mention anything else, my friend, but we're really fired up right now, as you can tell, and I think momentum's going to be at an all-time high after this event with all the announcements and all the new things that Vemma's doing.
Well, I think everyone would agree that was mojo-licious. Great job, John. I think I just got even more fired up. Wow.
Liquid gold, baby.
There's a lot going on with this company. I mean, we told you since the beginning on day one that this company is long-term stable, but it's doing all the small things week by week, month by month to really expand globally and create the really strong foundation. They may be, you know, already 9 years in business, but they're still catapulting really, really quickly by, you know, innovating on the mobile side, creating new products, and they're dropping 28,000 to 30,000 people a month into the business.
Exactly.
There's got to be a reason for that. I mean, my other home-based company that I started in network marketing only has 16,000 people in it after 8 years.
Wow.
This company's dropping 30,000 per month. This is a giant, everybody. And on top of that, of course, we have you know, a proven power player in automation with Josh and his business partner Dwight Chambers out of California. That's a call center expert that's really starting the beta test, is starting to deliver leads that we are calling literally right now. We have two of our top callers on this call right now, and Shayn and Clare. And I actually just want although Pippa's on location in Australia, which I'll ask you to speak next, Pippa, because we want to see the beach. I want to invite Shayn to the call right now because he's just done such an incredible job, and I know he has a lot to share about what's going on right now. So welcome to the call, Shayn, and let's hear about all those amazing concerts you went to last week as well. Thanks.
Thanks, Charles. Yeah, you know, I was going to talk a little bit about lifestyle here, but first, I want to say, you know, it was great. I didn't get to make it to the Vemma conference just because of prior engagements. So I did the next best thing, and I made it out there Sunday evening. You know, and still got to run into a lot of the people that were at the conference. I got to try the remix, so I feel special. because I did get it a little bit before everybody else. And I had a great, dinner, or I guess a late lunch with John and his wife, and Justin Paletti, and my wife, and that's what this is all about. This is more than just coming in and trying to hustle and make some money. And it's about living the lifestyle, and Vemma really takes care of all that. They wrap it all into one, with the huge YPR movement that they have with the Young People's Revolution. They have, so much going for this company right now that it's amazing. A healthy lifestyle. It's not just about energy drinks. They've got coffee in there, multi-billion-dollar industry, and everyone talks about their favorites, the favorite product and stuff. My favorite is actually the Renew, which people might find odd. I don't need that much energy drink. I have a lot of energy already. I do love the coffee. That was unbelievable addition to my my refrigerator, I will say. But I got to tell you, just being involved with the leadership here, hanging out with people even after a conference, and feeling the energy that was still there and was still moving forward, and being able to hang out with leaders and learn from some of the best in the industry, and being able to share ideas. That's really what this is all about. The lifestyle that is created by joining a business like this and going all in with a business like this is where you're going to benefit the most. With what we're doing here with TTW Plus, you have leadership training, hangouts every single day. All you got to do is bring prospects to these hangouts. We're teaching you how to read scripts, how to call leads, how to do all this. Plus, the call center is doing this for you as well. I mean, there is so much going on here that you're not going to find in another company. I know, I'm new, somewhat new to the product companies here, but even in other companies, internet marketing companies, you didn't have what you have within this leadership and this leadership council. I am blown away and humbled, to be part of this, and to have, such leaders that are stepping up every single day. I can't tell you what a rock star Tina is, because she goes so much, so fast, all the time. I don't know if she sleeps, if she just lives with Verve hooked up into her arm on an IV. I don't know, because I can't do what she does. We need a couple more of her clone, but I mean, it's just amazing. And Charles stepping up and doing this every single day. And now, kind of bringing the whole lifestyle full circle. What these guys are doing with this challenge is amazing, because this is where momentum starts. Is just getting started in anything. By them starting a fitness challenge along with what we're doing here, it envelops the whole idea of what we're doing here. By just getting started. Some of these people that are joining our team have never been on a hangout before, have never been on a call, have never cold called anybody, and now they're doing it. It's about growing as a leader, growing within the team, and leaning on each other and working with each other, and that's what we're fortunate enough to have right here. I got to tell you, I feel blessed to be able to hang out with these people, and if you have a chance, if you have a chance whatsoever to get to any live event, you need to. The energy there is incredible. You'll walk away from it with such a lifetime experience. It's amazing. I know John mentioned that there's I believe training that's going on, or I'm sure John can jump in here and correct me, but in Miami, if you're around the area or you can make it down there, I think this is something that's key to do. Anything that you can be involved in more, do it. The more you can be involved with the TTW Plus, stay plugged in, because this is where leaders are born, and this is where you are going to grow. And if you have questions, don't be worried to stick your neck out there and ask. We always say there's no stupid questions. Well, I've asked hundreds and hundreds of stupid questions, and those stupid questions have gotten me to where I am today. I sit here in my home full-time working this business, and I'm afforded that luxury because of the fact that I've stepped up and stepped in with leaders. I hang out and I associate with people that I want to be more like John, like Justin Paletti. I got to tell you what, kind of going off track here. John and I, we all sat and we had lunch, California Pizza Kitchen, in the casino. Walking out of the casino, and John and Nadia were going off to a show, and we walked with Justin, heading down towards his hotel, walking down the strip a little bit. And I tell you what, Justin is a rock star. This guy is, he is all in, and he lives the lifestyle. He carries with him his script book, and all of that stuff with him. It was just amazing to see someone that's so invested in his future, because he knows what kind of future he can create with that. And if anybody's watching this and you're on the fence whatsoever, don't be. Just get in, work with these leaders, because these leaders are going to take you to places that you can't imagine, that you've probably never even thought you could get to, and we're doing it daily. Look at the lifestyles of some of these leaders up here. This is what we do, and this is what you can have every single day. And sure, it can be hard work at sometimes, but wouldn't you rather be your own boss, working for yourself, living healthy, working with a company that is, literally, words cannot explain how excellent this company is. You can look at the bios and look at BK's background, look at Vemma's background, look at the site and the professionalism that's within there. You can call and get on the phone with these people. You're just in a good spot right now. And the training that is within John's site and with TTW Plus, with the Hangouts we're doing, and also all the the videos that are on Vemma, the app that they have, all of this stuff combined together creates a successful environment. And that's where we're at right now, is just continuing to culminate the successful environment. So, and I got to tell you what, while I was trying to get to the Vemma conference, I couldn't, because I was going to a few concerts. I had traveled around, I saw all these bands, and my wife turns to me and she says, "You realize the last 5 bands that we went and saw in a week, in a week span, they were all Canadian." So when I'm at the Pepsi Center in Denver, and we're waiting for Arcade Fire to come on. The opening act was just there, and Arcade Fire is about to come on. And I turn around and I take this picture of the Pepsi Center. It has the American flag, the Canadian flag, and there was some, I think Kid Koala was actually playing, who's a DJ. And I shot it off to Charles, just to kind of, give him a jab that, I'm sitting here hanging out, rockstar lifestyle, going to all these bands that happen to be Canadian, and I really didn't know, who these people were. I was fortunate that my wife is more musically inclined than I am, and she takes me all these places. But this is the kind of lifestyle that you can look forward to. We went to a concert on Tuesday, we went to a concert on Wednesday, we went to another concert the next Tuesday, and then we went to Vegas a couple days later, so that I could meet up with some of the rock stars within the industry. And if you ever get a chance to just reach out and talk with some of these people, even though they're leaders, they're the most humble people that you're ever going to meet. They're people just like you and me, and this is where success is bred. So Charles, I'm going to send it back over to you, and we've got a huge panel here. I'm sure everyone wants to talk, and thanks for letting me join you.
Wow, that was awesome, Shayn. Between you and John, I'm ready to sign up all over again. Let's do this. It's just, what's so funny and ironic about, the last 30 days is and you can ask John, I came into this program specifically for the automation, and I'm telling you, based on what you've heard right now, it's become secondary to how amazing Vemma and working with TTW Plus is, which is just a testament to how amazing our timing is, how incredible it is working with the health and nutrition companies, so much so that we are going to be changing the health and fitness of our members. Now, certainly some of our members work out every day, go skiing like Shayn in the middle of the mountains in Colorado, but so many of us are also sedentary and in front of the laptops, for whatever number of hours per day. So this is just, just so awesome. It's so awesome to see. All right, so we do have more people to get to tonight, so I'd like to welcome our VP on Pippa Wiles from Australia, off the coast of Queensland. Welcome to the call today, Pippa, and share with us all your thoughts. Thanks.
Hi, thank you, Charles. First, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to the entire panel who's here day in, day out. Our upline, everybody, you're all absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen John and Nadia's speech yet from the conference, please do so. It's absolutely inspiring. And they're in your upline, I mean, how cool is this? I suppose what I can say is that this is part of the lifestyle. I'm actually traveling around at the moment. I don't know if you can see. Here I am on location. And this is Palm Cove, North Queensland. And this actually goes with part of the Vemma lifestyle. So, it's kind of like this. I'll just take this off so you can hear the waves crashing on the shore. The little waves. Found some Japanese tourists too, haha. Yeah, so, this is literally the business that you can take anywhere. I'll just plug myself in again. So, if you want this kind of job, hit one of us up and we'll get you hooked up with all of that. And really looking forward to cracking on with this TTW plus Vemma challenge. Even though you're traveling, like my few minutes today, I'll be walking along the beach. It's hard, but someone's got to do it, I suppose. Yeah, so please, everybody, get involved. Talk to the people on the panel. And just become a part of it. This is all possible. It's doable. We're doing it right now, and so everybody here is so approachable, and they're here for your success. So I'll pass you back to Charles, and thanks very much. I'll get on with my holiday in a minute.
That's wonderful, Pippa. That is so. I love our job. I mean, we can literally join these hangouts from anywhere in the world that has high speed, and now we're talking to Pippa from Palm Cove. Awesome. That's definitely one of the greatest hangouts so far. All right, so I'd like to welcome the better half of our only couple that we've done a special leaders hangout for. It's been incredible to see her and Paul's development. Welcome our rising leader, Mariana, to the call. Thank you, Mariana.
Thanks, Charles. I find it funny that you call me the better half. It's funny because I call Paul the taller half because he's like 6'5", and I'm not that tall, so it kind of works, I guess. I really just wanted to touch on what I heard at the conference, for the Vemma conference. I didn't get to attend, but I did watch live stream, and it was so inspiring to see those kind of speakers at an event like that. I've been in this industry for probably over 10 years. I can't even count them anymore because it's been off and on everywhere. So I've been to many events is what I'm trying to say. And to see that kind of caliber brought into a conference like that really kind of just inspired me and like pumped me up, really excited, and there was something that E.T. said that really stuck with me. He was talking about a lion and a gazelle, and they, both lion and gazelle wake up in the morning. They both have to get up early in the morning, when the sun rises. The difference, though, is that a lion carries hunger. They're hungry for everything, right? They're always hungry, and a gazelle will just kind of like stroll along and only run when they're being chased or when there's problems, right? What really touched me was when he was talking about that is, you have to be running for your life all the time in this industry, like seriously hustling until you reach that, point when you can be traveling around the world like Pippa and, going to concerts like Shayn and doing these different, experiencing these different things, and still be making a heck of a lot of money, right? So what really inspired me was, I never really thought of it that way. Like, looking back at my history with network marketing, I felt like I was always the gazelle, which really kind of made me think, like, what was I doing all that time? Just kind of bouncing back and forth and only running when it was, the troubles were coming, and, when money was tight, I'd start running again. But you have to be a lion. You have to continually have that fire inside of you, that hunger inside of you to get to that goal, to get to where you want to be, and to become the person that you want to be. Because this industry is not just about making money. It's about growing as a human being, as a better human being, a better person, the person that God called you to be. And without that, you have nothing. If you're not continually growing, if you're not continually pushing further, learning more, becoming healthier, becoming better mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then what's life about, right? We have to continually be learning and to be inspired by the speakers, listening to the speakers. I was so inspired to see so many people just watching so intently, and I was sitting here too behind my laptop, just like glued to the camera or to the laptop, because I didn't want to move. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I would have my kid, knocking on the door and coming and talking to me and stuff, and it was just, I was just so connected to what was going on. So it was crazy, and someone else said something too in there, that there was, I can't remember his name and I didn't write it down, but he was talking about how you have a deck of cards, right? And there's only so many aces in that deck, but you have to just keep going through those numbers. You just have to keep going until you find that ace, and if it's not an ace, just toss it and keep going. And that's how you have to keep that hunger inside you and toss those numbers until you find your ace. That's basically what I have, Charles. I'll hand that back to you. And thank you so much for having me. I'm always so honored to be on these panels with so many leaders. I'm just always inspired. Thank you.
Wow, if you want an example of someone who just crushed a soliloquy, that was amazing, Mariana.
Thank you.
This is just, wow, 4 speakers, 4 pure excellent moments. So thank you for speaking today, Mariana. This is just awesome. And, I just want to introduce our next speaker properly, because it really needs to be said. So she was trained by Tina on how to read scripts and call leads over the last few weeks. And she's always been, a superstar business lady, and is really coming into her own in the network marketing space. And, she doesn't get distracted. One of the advantages of working with this lady is she does not get distracted. She has a very focused demeanor, and she has risen in a team of over 150 now to be in our top 3 at the same level as someone as amazing as Shayn. In terms of calling our leads, I have to congratulate Claire for working hard, calling the leads to the training from Tina, and now she officially, as of today, is contacting some of the leads that our call center has arranged and contacted this week. We've started very slow, but we're working smart and we're building to last. And I want to introduce our team leader, another rising superstar, Clare Gormley. To be awesome. Welcome, Claire.
Hey, thank you, Charles. I am so pleased to be here. Man, what an incredible panel. I mean, it's amazing, because I was not fortunate enough either to be able to get to the convention this past weekend. But my goodness, talk about having a carrot just hanging out there for us all to aspire to, a set of goal to be able to get there next year. Because, I mean, if there's one thing that we can say, even on watching the convention from afar, is that, boy, this company and this CEO and these leaders are pure class act. I mean, these folks just really know how to get business done and how to take care of their people and take care of their leaders in the company. And what an amazing thing that someone like me, who's a relative, I mean, I'm not new to business and I'm not new to business structures and doing business, but I'm relatively new to the online platform. And what an amazing thing to be able to come into a situation like this with a panel of people of this caliber, people I've seen online, have watched online, have known about online, who are now in a place where I, as a relative newcomer, can have full access to these people and have full access to their information, have full access to their influence, have full access to their enthusiasm, their experiences, their know-how. I mean, I just think it's extraordinary, and there's no other place that I know that is doing it to quite the level and at the intensity that we're doing it here at TTW Plus. I mean, with this Vemma Automation Project, I mean, momentum and timing seem to be the two big words and the key words that are being used tonight. And I mean, I got to say, when you think about, we've just come at the end of this fantastic convention where, I mean, just an amazing array of speakers and leaders, not only in Vemma, but in the industry itself. I mean, just inspirational speech after inspirational speech, and training, and concepts and tips, and just the whole thing was I was literally riveted to my computer screen for 3 or 4 days. And to be able to sort of come off of something like that and have, the new product in our lineup now, something that we can be proud and has a real competitive advantage, and a competitive head-on-head, going head-to-head with something as, out there in the marketplace as Red Bull and all of these other monster drinks and what have you. I mean, having a new product that's now in the lineup, having our TTW Plus Automation Project now literally on the cusp of really just absolutely, having an avalanche of leads and members and new, invigorating team build just about to explode, because our automation project is now really we're just starting to get things together. And for my part, in terms of how the leads I've got to say have been over the last, what do we have today, 4 or 5 hours of calling new leads. These are top quality leads. I mean, these are people who are eager to know what we have, to learn the information, to be directed and to be given the guidance that we have to give. And what better place? I mean, the momentum and the timing just couldn't be better. I mean, there really isn't anything else to say, because it's so, the momentum it's creating itself now. It's got its own life. And I mean, with all of these things sort of colliding, for want of a better word, coming into place at this time, we've got the TTW challenge going on that's just going to get everybody, off their butts, excuse my French, and working and just getting involved as a team and being inspired by each other, being motivated by each other. Just, having that team support is just, it's so critical. As somebody who, as I say, has come in, the team influence, the team environment has made a huge difference for me in terms of how the direction of my online work, how much more focused it's become, how much more the training. I mean, I can't even speak of the training, because with Tina, just endless hours and hours of time just given to this team for everybody to have the benefit, for everybody to have the same opportunity to take hold of it and to utilize it and grow and become one of these leaders that that are on this panel now. I mean, we have established leaders, growing leaders, rising leaders, not yet leaders, but everybody is able to be here in the same team and learn from each other and be cared for by each other. And to me, the focus on people, the focus on training, the newest members, and being able to mingle and have access to some of the best leaders, the highest leaders in the company, and the most experienced leaders in the company, to me is just, there's no other place that I can think of that I know that has this kind of access, this kind of availability, the training. I mean, there's just it's all here. So for anybody that's sitting on the fence, it's just time to make the decision and get off and get cracking, because it's about to get completely crazy. That's really all I've got to say. I'll send it back to you, Charles. Thank you.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. We have catapulted in size over the last couple of months, but now the automation is starting to kick in. And it's I mean, we're talking about the call center is calling 150 leads per day right now this week. One of our leaders, Bill Anderson, called only 5 leads today. 3 of the people who were interested in signing up, 2 of them went to voicemail. Sure, we did have some people that wondered who the heck we were, right? And some of the leads, but you're going to get that with leads. But for the most part, we're extremely strong responses. Now, part of the plan is as the call center agents develop, they will start to do 3-way calls with our hand-selected leaders. Now, you don't have to do that. We're not forcing you to do that. We really are looking for people to help us launch some new members, but we are giving you the atmosphere where you can grow and flourish, providing the training so that you can get out of your comfort zone, contact these qualified leads, and in fact, during the training, we put you in a situation where you're contacting leads that do want to learn about home business opportunities but have no idea what Vemma is. So by the time we start to do 3-way calls in the call center, it's going to be an absolute piece of cake. And of course, you're going to be rewarded by getting more directs attached to you, and that's going to help you rank events faster and all these kinds of things. So that's a superstar plus. Now, on the other side, we have 48 seats in our call center. Right now, we only have 1 or 2 telemarketers. We're going to be adding to these as we grow from 150 leads per day called to 300 leads per day called, and we can actually get up to 5,000 plus leads per day called. Now, tracking that certainly is going to become more of an issue for us as TTW Plus is being charged with tracking and dispersing the major teams that are there. We pride ourselves on full transparency. In fact, we are tracking all the leads in Google documents and shared between the members and teams and TTW Plus and with the other teams. We are doing this very systematically, and we're doing it slowly and smartly so that we can tweak the scripts, we can tweak the system. I know Shayn had some questions earlier about, maybe we should consider doing it like this, or we need this kind of information about the lead so that we can best contact them and get results, right? So these are the kind of stages that we're going through now, but I know that we're going to really get this exact science, and one of the benefits of our program is not only getting access to an incredible upline in John Melton and his business partner Josh, who's a multiple 7-figure earner and beyond, but our call center designer is a 100-millionaire earner in Dwight Chambers from California, and he absolutely is spectacular and is working with our call center manager Greg in Columbus, Ohio, to really get this down to not only a science where we can start to get more directs, but we can start to add in 4,000 people plus per month by August, September, 10,000 people plus per month by Christmas, or even sooner. And this gentleman has done this before, pre-internet. Now we have the technology. Now we have connection to the best systems guys on the planet and Josh and his contacts. We have access to ongoing traffic. The best ongoing traffic. We have telemarketer approved traffic that's Josh and Dwight to our team, so just in exchange for stepping up as leaders and learning and growing. The more you personally develop, the more you are going to be given leads like Claire, like Shayn. There's no one better to talk about our training than Tina LaDuke, our VP of Training and Operations, to the call. Thank you.
Thanks, Charles. Yeah, I mean, we have tons of training. We have the script training and stuff, which we have a lot of team members going through. I had another one today. We've released a couple more people or one more today. The other one was just listening in, and that's an option too. You can come and just listen. If you have questions or anything, you're free to jump on any of the script trainings, to ask questions. It's always good in that team environment, because some people think of things that others may not think of. I don't record them, so there's no uneasiness on your end. And I wanted to talk about a few things that were mentioned tonight as well. Events. John, I think, really pointed out how important the events are for us to go to. Look at how fired up he was. He's always fired up on these things, but he was just crazy on this one, very fired up, ready to just go, make more money, hustle some more, stuff like that. And that's great to see. It's good for all of us to attend the events. Like Shayn pointed out, it's great to meet people and build those relationships. That's going to help you grow as a person. It's going to help your business grow, everything. We also talked about, John mentioned the one next year. or I don't know if he mentioned it, I know we were talking about it, but next year in Vegas it's at the MGM, so I know my son and I can't wait to attend that one. He's going to be 18, he'll be in Vemma, and that'll be his first event, so that's kind of exciting. The training that I'm providing for the team. You know, I wanted to point out a couple things I was thinking about while everybody else was talking. Even though you may have gone through the training, or you might know how to upload videos, or you might know how to blog or social media, there could always be golden nuggets in that training that you don't know. So it's still smart to watch it. I mean, if you think about, look at how much, I know a lot of us watched the conference that was aired on the Vemma site this weekend. So many of us learned things. We were like, oh my gosh, took notes. So you can always learn and grow. There's always room for that. And that's how you're going to be successful, is continue to learn and grow in your business. So I wanted to point that out. Another thing, you know, we've talked about lifestyle on this, and I was talking to a friend yesterday about working for myself, and I told him I could never work for somebody or a company again. There's just no way. You know, tomorrow I have some errands to do. I would have to wait until I got off work at 5, 6 o'clock. Sometimes I did overtime to 7 or 8 at night. You know, I would have to wait until I got off work. By then, I might not even be able to do some of those errands. Plus, my son and I have a lunch date tomorrow. You know, it's great. We are able to go out. We usually try a couple times a month, just go hang out, just him and we go to lunch wherever he wants to go. And we talk and bond and joke, and sometimes it's about business. He has his own business, you know, himself, so sometimes we talk about business and you know, build his business while we're out having lunch. If I had a job, I wouldn't be able to do that until, like I said, after work or the weekends, and then would I be too tired? So this is like so cool that we can just, you know, go whenever we want. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was we did start our TTW Plus Challenge today. It was the first day. My thing, I had a shake earlier, and I wanted to point out I've had several different protein shakes. I don't eat meat, so not a lot of protein. I don't eat eggs. My protein comes from veggies. I don't have a lot of beans, nothing like that. So, you know, it's a lot of raw, mostly raw, I would say I eat. But this protein shake is actually good. I'm very picky on texture and taste. It was good. I didn't feel sick. So I can't wait to try the chocolate one. I tried the vanilla one. So I do encourage all of you guys, you know, to get on this 90-day challenge and do it with us. I mean, it's going to help you grow. So this one was long for me tonight, but just so much I wanted to touch on. Back to you, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a sign of our team is starting to really get some depth. We are not only really growing as leaders, everyone has a lot to say that's just awesome. But we have started the TTW Plus Challenge as of this morning. And, you know, a lot of programs focus on fitness and nutrition, so we wanted to be a little bit different and really, you know, almost do like a body, mind, and soul kind of deal. So we have instituted the No Regrets event, TTW Plus Challenge, which is a 90-day program where we're going to have better fitness, anything you wish, better nutrition, anything you wish. So go slow, do it properly, so it lasts a long time. Just don't go an hour your first in and then not do anything after that. But we're also focusing on doing one thing, just one thing for that first week that you've always wanted to do that you just never made time for. Maybe it's learning a new language, maybe it's trying a new sport, maybe it's cooking that thing you've never done before, maybe it's something that I haven't even thought about. Please do it. We are tracking it inside the group, and our hope is that we inspire a new sense of confidence in taking you out of your comfort zone and saying that, look, you know, I'm going to look back at my life and I'm going to have the financial rewards that I've always wanted for myself and my family. I'm going to have the body and the energy that I've always wanted working with Vemma. You have that ability here, and now you're going to look back and say, wow, I did everything or as much as I could that I always wanted to do, and I fit it in, and I didn't say I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it today. We're not asking you to spend hours every day. We know you're busy, but even if you spend an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes for this first week, and we add on that as the weeks go by or weeks, you know, our business is going to be so much more TTW Plus than just a business. This is going to become a family of sorts, and it's going to be absolutely awesome what stories come out of this. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. This has been one of our longer power hangouts, but it's been definitely one of at our midway point, day 30 of 60. We're going to go strong going into our final 30 days of these 60 days, and we are going to start tracking with more and more veracity the stats and the development coming out of our automation plan with the leads in the call center, and also all of the new partnerships and all the new stories coming out of our rising superstars. So thank you very much to our VPs and our rising leaders, and of course Shayn and John Melton, our Vemma Ambassador, for coming out today. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you all did too. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.